Hello everyone and welcome to Paid Maintenance Legends. Hello everyone and welcome to Raid My Bank Account. Fuck. Hello everyone and welcome to Raid Shadow Legends. Still doesn't sound well. Okay, so we're going to do a little introduction to the game if you've not been playing long or you haven't played it at all. Do a little review on the game as well. Maybe you're interested in playing it but you're not too sure. Blah 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 blah. All the bollocks that comes with it. Okay, right, so RPG game. In essence, you are trying to collect characters. You try and collect the best characters. You want to try and collect the legendary characters. And when I say collect, I actually mean pull shards. These shards help you pull characters. Now, right at the beginning of the game, you're going to get mystery shards. That's going to be kind of your main bit. You're going to get a few ancient shards. And then slowly you'll build up to getting some void shards. And once every never, you'll get some sacred shards. They're very tough to get. Each shard will give you a random pull. Let me actually revert back to this. So when you pull the mysteries, these are the percentages. Common being the easiest and the worst characters in the games. Obviously right up to legendaries being the best. Depending on what you're looking for in the game, if you're free to play, you're going to be progression's going to be a lot slower for you guys. But if you have the patience for this type of game, and let me tell you, not many people have the patience for this game, period. Free to play. People that spend some money and whales themselves, even other content creators, are having enough of this game. When you are getting the champions that you get, let's be honest, let's get down to the bottom of here a little bit. You're going to be pulling certain characters like these. You can win certain characters from certain campaigns and missions. But the crux of it is getting characters that do particular moves. This, when you're talking about an A1, it means it's their default move. They will do this if they are not able to do their secondary move, or if they've got a third or a fourth move they can do. But they have turns at the top here. And what this means is, if you start a battle, he can use that straight away. But he needs to have another 3 more turns and get to his 4th turn again before he can use that move again. So usually their secondary moves and their 3rd and their 4th, they're usually the better moves. There are some characters that have unbelievable A1s. This is the default move that will be used every single time. It's actually not a bad default move, by the way. Decreased defense, and it's the higher rate. And that's what you're looking for. All your characters do different types of moves, hit certain damage, or they protect the more defensive characters. They protect your team, keep them alive, support characters, similar sort of thing. You can see up here, this guy's an attack. He's an epic. Here's his name, Necromunter. Necro Hunter. And he's a Knight Revenant. You have the index in here. These are all the factions of characters. So Bannerlords. You can see the common, uncommon, rares, epics, and legendaries. And that's the same for all the factions. Dwarfs being the newest faction we've had so far. And you can look at all the characters from there, but it doesn't mean you get all the characters. It's tough to get the characters you want. From there, you have campaigns. You have the normal campaign you would start off with. Very easy, very simple. You work your way through. The way you will get these individual stars on them is by completing the stage with only 2 characters. Now, obviously, I can do that relatively. So I can do that obviously because I've been playing this game a long time. I can do it on the brutal campaign. I can do some. I think I can do most. Actually, I did it all on the nightmare campaign as well. So I actually managed to do it on the nightmare campaign, which is more end game if you can get that far, or if Raid doesn't piss you off enough and you end up not doing it. So from there, that's your campaign. You could earn artifacts from these campaigns. So you can see Kerot Castle, you'll earn life artifacts. Life artifacts are, I will show you here, and what happens is when you put 2 of these artifacts, different ones, onto a character, you'll get an extra 15% health. Now that obviously works if you have got a HP character. You probably wouldn't do it so much on other characters. You're probably looking at more defense, lifesteal, But the list goes on and on. These are all the different sets you can get. Where it says 2 is where you only have to put 2 of those artifacts on to trigger the bonus from that artifact onto your character, only onto your one character, not onto your whole team. And then you get the 4 artifact sets, which are usually crap. The best one is, and the most used is Lifesteal. This is the most used artifact in the game, more than likely. That and maybe defense, accuracy, speed. But there are some decent ones you can go to. If you're looking to get really good artifacts, you would have to go to the dungeons, and say you were looking for Lifesteal, you'd have to do the dragon. That's where you'll get the Lifesteal, and you would work your way through, and it tells you you're going to get a 3 to 5 star artifact drop, which means it's a better artifact. And then right to the end, which I'm at, which is a minimum of a 5 to 6 star, but that can still be a rare, epic, or legendary artifact, and you'll get a lot of rares from that, and it's tough to get the ones you want. If you did Spider, you would get your rings, amulets, and banners. If you did your Ice Golem, you can see, not going to go through all of them. And your Fire Knights, again, you can see these are the artifacts you can sniff out from those. On top of that, you have to level up your champions. If you start off with a 3-star character in the game, which you will, because you've got to choose between 4 characters, and I highly suggest you choose Kael. He's the best of the 4 overall. Aethel's still a phenomenal rare to start off with, so don't be too displeased. But the other 2 are a bit meh, so apologies if you have picked those ones. So you can start off with a 3-star character, and you can see she's level 1, Diabolist, and then you get her up to level 30, like I've done with this one. And then you can upgrade their rank. So if I could do that now if I want. Hang on. I can upgrade Diabolist's rank from here, slipping three stars in. When you first start the game, do not do that. Do not do it with 3 rares, because when you first start the game, you need as much rares, as much characters as you can possibly get. What you want to do is build your uncommons and your commons up. So you'll get the commons up to level 10, get lots of them, upgrade them all with another common. They'll go to 2-star, and then you get your 2 stars like these, and you use your 2 commons, bang bang, upgrade. Now you've got a 3-star uncommon, and you would use those 3-star uncommons if you wanted to. As you get later on in the games, like myself, I use a lot of the rares because I just don't use many rares anymore, but there are still rares that you will use late on in the game. Now, that's the crux of Raid Shadow Legends, of what you're out to do. You do have Ascension, which is something you'll look at further on, I suppose, as you're getting into the game. Also, you have tournaments. The Raid Shadow Legends, that Plarium, should I say, put out every single... Actually, there's no set time. They just announce it, and you know, it's usually every couple of days or whatnot, and then you'll get a tournament that you can play. This one at the moment is a Spider tournament, which means play the Spider dungeon as much as you can, get the artifacts, and work your way up here and receive these rewards. And there's little leader tables wherever you can finish in the top 8. Sometimes it's the top 20, 25, and you can receive gifts that way as well. And it's the same, events is exactly the same, where you receive rewards. It's not the same layout, but it's the same idea, that do a certain thing they're asking you to do. So for example, Summon Rush, which is pull as many shards as you can during a Summon Rush, and they will give you rewards, as you can see, as you go along. Okay, so that's your dungeons. I've kind of gone over. I'm not going to go into detail about the dungeons. I'm not going to go into Mino quite yet, because you'll need to build your characters first. These are the potions. They open certain days. They tell you when they're open. You would work through that at some point, so I'm not going to go too much into that. Arena, right? So Arena is fighting against other people in the game. Now, when you get a list, it's going to be a list that's around your skill level. Some characters, some teams you'll play against will be just far too hard for you to beat, but most of them should be achievable. If you're concentrating on an arena team. Arena teams will completely differ, so characters will completely differ to what you might use in your Dragon, to what you might use in your Ice Golem, to what you might use in your Fire Knights, Spider, Minotaur, whatever it is, and also your campaign. So that's the fun bit. The Faction Wars. It's a bit of... the They're a bit of a drag, Faction Wars. I hardly play Faction Wars. For example, I won't be playing this one at all today. I think it's each day. Yeah, each day you'll get 2 new factions that you can go into, and you can earn glyphs to help bump your stats up that little bit more. I don't have any good Bannerlords or Orcs, so I won't be touching either of those. And then for me, the end game is the clan boss. This is the most important part of the game. You'll start off on easy, like I did, like everybody else did when they started this game, and you've got to build your clan boss teams, your clan boss team, and make it better and better and better as you go along to get more and more damage. As you get too good for easy, you'll move to normal. As you get too good for normal, you go to hard, and so on and so on and so on. That's how you'll do. The shop. I'm not going to talk about the shop because I don't want to promote Plarium's shop. I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you what I will promote is the freebies you'll get. You'll get 1 mystery shard every day, and I think it's once a week you'll get a free ancient shard. That's as far as I'm going to go in the shop. I'm not going to promote or yeah, I'm just not going to do anything for them on that sense. The market, you will start off with, I think it's the first 6. It might even be 8, but I think it's 6. And it refreshes every hour. And you can choose to buy stuff. It randomly generates items in here. Choose to buy stuff with your silver. Your silver will not come along as much as you'd like as well. Silver will be gone quicker than you can imagine. So let's take an artifact, for example. It's not at level 16. Level 16 is the highest you can get your artifact to. I'm not going to go over the mechanics of it about level 4, 8, 12 and 16, but as you can see with this one, it's defense boots. If I click, the first 4 is certain, so the first 4 will go through no matter what. It's RNG after that, so it gets harder and harder and harder for it to level up. As you see, when it gets to the 4th there, it upgrades one of them randomly. It put HP up to 9%. And then so on and so on as you go up, and the silver costs you more and more and more as you go, and it costs you a lot of money if you've got a really good artifact like a 6-star legendary. It's going to cost you a lot of silver to get it to 16. It can fail 20, 30, 40, 50 times. You can end up spending millions just on one level if you're really unlucky, that is. That's kind of the crux of the game. That's all I wanted to go over today. I didn't want to go too in-depth about it. I think it's good for people to understand. I'm not going to go over the Sparring Pit, by the way, or the Gem Mine. It's just not worth your time right now. Oh, you do get your daily playtime rewards over an hour and a half of playtime. You get these for free. And if you're a new player, you'll get a toolbar up here, daily logins. Every single day you'll get, for 3 months, I think it is, you'll get very, very, very good rewards. You don't get them anymore. That's everything. I'm not going to go too in depth now. I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and a subscribe if you liked the video, if this helped you out at all, if it gave you an insight to the game a little bit, if you're going to jump on it. I've been Bloody Sean. I also stream on Twitch, so catch me over there if you can. See you later.